Good evening. This is Letitia Terrell with PM 692, Unit 3, speaking on the various components of communication management. Effective communication involves understanding a message sent from a sender to a receiver, which is interpreted and then sent back to the sender for understanding. Some key techniques and methods used for effective communication the project manager can use involve interactive communication, push communication, and pull communication. Interactive communication involves the message being sent from a sender to a receiver and expecting information in return. Push communication, however, sends information to the receiver and without expecting information in return. They generally send it out to the receivers, while pull communication is information provided from the sender to the receivers to retrieve from a central location without expecting information in return. Techniques and methods are only effective if used. So in order to be a better communicator, a project manager must use a couple different techniques in order to get their message across and pretty much receive information back if that is the method that they are wanting to use in order to ensure that the message is sent out properly. Follow-up is also a really good way in order to understand if the message was sent and things are understood efficiently and effectively. There are many do's and don'ts with communication, but we're focused on a couple that narrow down to the root cause of some good do's and don'ts. Number one for a good do is active listening without distractions. Reduce jargon so that the receiver understands the message in their terms instead of just the sender's terms. And another do would be to know your audience by their communication style. Some people prefer straight to the point information, while others prefer the more details. Some don'ts with communication is interrupting the speaker, speaking in terms or a language that the receiver doesn't quite understand, such as you're speaking computer terms to a person that doesn't know that much about computers, so they're not understanding your message. And then another don't with communication is giving the wrong information to the wrong person. The communication plan is pretty much the management plan that manages and controls communication with the project. The communication plan's major components consist of the company mission, the target audience, the communication matrix, and the communication reports. The communication plan is vital to the project's success because it keeps communication flowing from the beginning of the project to the end of the project, ensuring that everybody is aware of every stage and what is required of them in order for each milestone to be met and goals to be achieved. To me, the most important person on a communication plan is the project manager because they are the central person that communication flows through and to in order to get out to everyone that it is supposed to receive the information. Thank you for listening. You have a good evening.